Good morning, Baldwin High School. I'm Stephen Ivanovich here with Nick Romack, Steve Fisher, and Jaden Hawk. Today is a beautiful yet surprisingly cold Monday, March 23rd, 2015, and these are your morning announcements. First, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated for today's announcements. Today's impossible question is, 10% of people have done this to a stranger without them knowing it. What is it? Stay tuned to find out the answer. Pennsylvania Free Enterprise Week is a summer business education program at Lycoming College. The program is for 10th and 11th graders interested in a hands-on approach to the knowledge and skills needed for the workplace of their future. This summer program is now accepting applications. You can visit www.pfew.org or see Mrs. Babick in the counseling offices. Students who are eligible to participate in this program are eligible for scholarships to college. Are you interested in a career in business, government, or law? If so, then make plans to participate in the AIU video conference that will be held this Thursday from 9:30 to 11:45. The video conference will be taking place in the library and will consist of 2 panels of speakers from various careers within these different fields. You must let Mrs. Reynolds know ahead of time if you plan to attend. Please stop by and see her in room 322. It's never too early to begin exploring careers of interest, so sign up today. Students are reminded that this Wednesday is the last day to register for AP exams. Please see your AP teacher with any questions. Any junior class members that sold Sarah's candies should stop by Mrs. Neal's room in room 342 to collect your orders after 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Now over to Jaden for the weather of the day. Jaden?
Thanks, Stephen. Today's current conditions are cloudy skies with a temperature of 22 degrees. Today there will be a high of 43 degrees and there will be a low of 18 with cloudy skies all day. Now back over to Nick for some more of today's news. Nick.
Thanks, Jaden. Any students that was in Mrs. McGrath's first semester class must pick up any leftover work by March 31st. There is a junior class meeting this Wednesday at 2:30 in room 110. The next general membership meeting for the Special Olympics Club has been moved to this Thursday, March 26, at 2:30 p.m. in the South Cafeteria. If you have any last-minute club t-shirt designs or ideas for Autism Awareness Week, please see Mr. Laughlin or Mr. J ASAP. And attention any senior who did not put their handprint on the wall. Makeups are this Wednesday, 1st and 8th period. Please sign up in the main office. Any questions, please see Mrs. Kilburn or Dr. Harold. Now over to Stephen for the sports news of the day. Stephen?
Thank you, Nick. Today, the boys JV and varsity lacrosse teams have home games tonight versus Norwin at 5:30 and 6:45. The boys varsity and JV volleyball games have home games tonight versus Gateway at 6 and 7:15. Good luck to all our local teams. Now back to Stephen and Nick for the rest of today's news. Stephen?
Thanks, Stephen. Today's main course lunch is cherry blossom chicken.
Today's weird holiday is Puppy Day.
And the answer to the impossible question is 10% of people do this to strangers without even knowing is take their picture. That's all the news for today. Have a great day, Baldwin.
In 1994, Dr. Klein, then a student at Duquesne University, was the host of a PBS Kids show called Right On. Around the same time, Miss Schulte, a 5th grader at Painter Elementary, won a writing contest for a story she wrote. She was then featured on the show a year later, both having no idea that they would be teachers at Baldwin years later.
Thanks, Elvin. I have Crystal Kinsel with me today. She's a 6th grader from Painter Elementary School and the winning author of The Search Is On. So, Crystal, what do you do when you're not writing winning stories for our show?
Well, I like to play softball, I like to swim with my friends, and I like to read.
Have you written many other stories besides this one?
Yes, last year our teacher had us write stories for English, and then we'd go around the school and read them to the younger grades.
Do you think they liked them?
I hope so.
I'm sure they did. Would you like to continue writing kid stories?
Yeah, I'd enjoy that. I like to draw, so I could illustrate them as well as write them.
Sounds like you're very creative. Out of the three main characters, Mitch, Allie, and Bobby, who's your favorite?
Of people going by, I see friends shake